Okay, hi everyone. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? If you can, this is not African time. I can see people's comments already. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. If you can hear me, please just say hi. Say hi in the comment section so that I know you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, I can see people saying hi, 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 hi. It's so nice to see everyone. Great to have you. Perfect, perfect. Hi. Um, all right. So I'll be starting off today's session. Hi, my name is Tife, and I'm the growth lead here at Zeem. And today we're just going to be talking about visas, everything you need to know about securing your visa in the US, everything you need to know, everything you need to understand. We would be discussing it. All right. All right, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off and I'm going to be explaining to you what we do here at Zim. And I have my lovely guest with me today. His name is Kenny and he's a visa expert. He's going to explain so much to you. So I'm bringing Kenny up on stage just to introduce himself briefly and then I'll get into it. So, hi, Kenny.
Hi, Tiffany. How's it going?
Hi, how are you? Please just introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Kenny from Zeem. Yeah, currently in the US, PhD student, Louisiana State University, and I'll be putting you through everything you need to know, more like demystifying F1 visa for you guys. All right.
Okay, perfect. So Kenny is our visa coach here at Zim, and he's going to be breaking down everything like I mentioned. So I'm going to go first, and I'm going to explain what we do, what we're about, and then Kenny is going to take the stage. After which we would have enough time, like ample time, to take everybody's questions. So we'll be taking your questions, and we'll try our very best to answer as many questions as possible. Okay, so while we're talking, we will not be able to take the questions. So please, if you have questions, someone on the team is right here and they are going to be noting down your questions. So just be dropping your questions in the comment section. And the moment Kenny is done, we're going to take out time, like I mentioned, we ensure we have ample time to answer all of your questions. So ensure that you drop your questions in the comments. Somebody is taking note of all of it. All right. So what is Zeem? Who are we? What do we do? Zeem was created to pretty much, we're a platform that connects individuals with schools. So people who want to study abroad, we help you make that pathway seamless. We create it, we ensure like you have access to good schools that are within your budget. We ensure that whatever problems you are facing, we are there to ease it out for you. We are there to make sure the process is easier than when you're just doing it alone. So what do we do? Like I mentioned, we ensure that your admission process is seamless. We guide you through program selections from the schools that we have, and whatever the application process is like, we guide you through all of it, from documents that you need, how to get certain documents, all of it, timelines. We just make sure you understand everything you need to do to ensure that errors that can be avoided are avoided and you have the highest possible chance of securing your admission. We also provide visa coaching, which you're about to experience. Just again, snippet of today where our visa coach is going to be speaking. So we provide visa coaching. So you have the best possible chance of also securing your visa. We understand that there are different peculiar situations that arise um, for different individuals that want to study abroad, and you need that one-on-one coaching to see that you have the things that would best allow you, get that visa approval. So we provide visa coaching for each person and their particular situations. and then we walk candidates through their funding options. We also understand that clearly not everybody can afford to, drop the lump sum of money that is needed to study abroad at particular universities. So we provide you with options, funding options. Presently, we partner with Empower, so we walk you through Empower, how you can get funding options through Empower. We walk you through the breakdown of paying school fees if you want to do it, if you're self-funded or someone is funding you, and then just all of it. We make sure you understand the process and you're not like too scared of taking that step to fund your dreams abroad or study abroad. So how is Zim different from other platforms? Because definitely, we're not the first you've heard of. We've heard of so many people. First of all, we ensure that we have a one-on-one relationship with the schools that we work with. So it's not just random things. We are very big on intentionality. We want to make sure that you feel that somebody is actually taking their time to walk you through a process and not rushing you through a process just to put you in a university. We are intentional about your dreams. We're intentional about your career growth. We're intentional about all of these things, which is why we take our time to walk you through programs that will best suit you based on what you studied in your bachelor's and what you're trying to study in your master's and what your end goal is in terms of your career path. So yeah, that's what sets us aside from other platforms. So who do we serve? We presently serve Nigerians, we serve Ghanaians, we serve Kenyans at the moment, and we'll probably look to expand to other places. But presently, Nigerians and these other African countries are the people that we serve. Where are partner schools located? As of now, we have partner schools in the UK, we have partner schools in Canada, and we have partner schools in the US. So if you're looking to study in these three countries, this is where we have our strongest suite of partner schools, but we're definitely looking to expand to provide you with more options. But yes. Then what is our process like? So when you come in, once you sign up on our platform, which somebody would be dropping the link on in the comment section right now. Once you sign up on our platform, what happens is that you get a consultation call. So you have a consultation, and once you have your consultation, we walk you through selecting a program that is right for you based off of like I mentioned, what you studied in your bachelor's degree. We walk you through the options if you need to do one or two things to ensure you're the right fit for the program you want to study. We walk you through all of that, and after a consultation of selecting the right program for you, the right school for you, we walk you through your documentation. Okay, you need to get this, you need to get that. If you need to do a cost-to-cost evaluation, if you don't need to do a cost-to-cost evaluation, all of that, we ensure you know ahead of time, and then you can get your documents together. Whatever you need in terms of documentation that we can assist you with, we provide for you templates for your statement of purpose, templates for your CV. We help you with things like that. And then it comes to the financial planning. How do I pay this? How do I pay that? I want to take the Empower loan. I want to do this. We walk you through all of that process. We make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into, what the financial expectation would look like. All of it is clearly stated so that you understand. And it's most of the time it's not as complicated as people make it seem, which is why we are here. We're here to debunk all of that. It's not as complicated. You don't have to jump 40,000 at once. So we walk you through all of the processes that is possible for you, and then you begin your application process. Once you begin your application process, we have, like I mentioned, we have one-on-one relationship with this school. So we follow up. We ensure that they know that this is our candidate. Usually there's no preferential treatment. It's a fair game, but we would like to follow up to know if there are errors that were made and they can notify us of, that we can easily make amendments to. And this is not information that you might have been privy to, you might have not known. So these are the kind of these are the benefits you get from working with us. So we talk to them, we ensure that things are in place, we follow up and all of that with these schools. And then once you secure your admission and you are able to get your I-20 and get your visa appointment, Kenny comes in. Kenny is there to give you that one-on-one coaching you need. Whatever your situation is, Kenny is going to tell you, this is how you're going to do this is how you're going to do that, these are the documents you need, this is how you need to present this is how you need to present that. So there's a whole lot of intentionality every single step of the way. Yeah. There's a whole lot of intentionality, there's a whole lot of mindedness. We are very, aware, and we are following you through every single step of the process. And the moment, you you get your visa, we alert the school so they know to expect you and then integrate you into their program. One thing I should mention is that we also ensure that we partner with schools where you have great communities. You don't feel alone. You don't. It's not like you travel abroad and you feel like you're so far away from people that are like you. You're so far away from community. So yeah, and then so that's what we do. That's what our process is like. And I should mention that we do all of this for free. So at Zim, we don't charge you. We don't charge you. Like I mentioned, we're very, very big on intentionality. We're intentional about your growth. So we don't charge you for all of these things. We just help you, walk you through the entire process, and then we help you see how we can try our best to help you secure that admission free of charge. You don't pay us anything. Any payment that is being made for other services, probably like your application fee or your visa fee, or if you're doing the cost to cost evaluation, that is when payments is being made. But you make zero payments to Zim. We do what we do free of charge. Okay, great. So I know you have questions. Like I mentioned, just keep dropping them. Mokope, you will see Mokope right there in the comment section. She's going to be taking note of all of this, and then we'll answer them all of it the moment Kenny is done. So I'm going to be bringing Kenny up, and Kenny will just walk us through the visa application process. I mean, and everything that we need to know. All right. Welcome, Kenny. Hi, Kenny.
Hi, Tifa. How's it going?
It's going great.
Yeah.
So the floor is yours.
Hmm. Okay. I know it must be exciting, wanting to come to study to the United States of America as a student for masters. So yeah. Welcome to the visa F1 visa overview. Yeah. So basically, um, the U.S. has a visa name for students, which is F1 visa. There's also J1, but we are focusing on F1. So basically, the F1 visa lets you to come to the US to study. Yeah. So the aim of it is so you could finish your academic pursuits. The range varies. It can be 1 year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, because some people are studying STEM, some are studying non-STEM. By STEM, I mean science, tech, people into engineering, let's say chemistry, physics, and we have people that are into like law, accounting. So when you get your visa, it's going to be called F1. So can we move to the next page, Tifa? Okay. I think yeah. So what makes you eligible for F1 visa? Four key things, which is the first thing and the foremost, you get your passport and you get your admission to the school after your application. Then there's something called Form I-20. It is a document produced by your school, and it entails your bio information and information about you getting to the school, your resumption date, how long it's going to take. This is a document that you're going to take along with you for the visa interview. And the third one is your financial statement. You need to convince them that you could afford the tuition fees. And the fourth one, you also need to show intention that you're going to return to your country, even if that is not your aim. You have to show it. Yeah, it has to be showcased during the interview, so you can get your visa approved easily. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, so I'm going to explain a little more here. So once you get your I-20, then it will be followed by having your valid visa passport to take to the interview. So there's something called service number on your I-20. This is a unique code for the school you are going to um, enter. So you're going to use the service ID for a lot of stuff. For instance, you're going to use it for your visa interview scheduling, and you're also going to use it for financial statement as well is going to go a long way into your process. So your school is going to give you is going to appear on your I-20. Yeah. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, so when it comes to financial statement, it's you could have your personal savings from your experience from working. You could also have a sponsor, which could be your immediate family, your dad, your mom, your uncle, your aunt. Sometimes could be outside that, aside from your siblings. It's gonna be somewhere like in-law or like a cousin, but you have to ensure that you can defend this person, that the person has the wherewithal to fund you all the way. So whatever their proof of funds is, it has to be at least a little bit more than your tuition fee. So assuming your tuition fees is like $10,000, so your sponsor and your personal savings. If you don't have personal savings, your sponsor has to have, let's say, like 15,000 or so. Yeah. So, and it also has to be legit. That's where we come in. We ensure that you do not fall into the wrong hands. So, yeah, you can move on.
Okay, real quick, sorry. Before I move on, Kenny, please, do you mind speaking louder? Some people can say that. I'll say
Oh, my
yes.
voice is low, so I can understand. Can you hear me better now?
Please, can you hear Kenny better now?
Yeah. Can you hear me better now?
Please, kindly indicate in the comment section if you can hear Kenny better now.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so we've made it simple for you. So the steps are here. First, then after admission, you get your form I-20. Yeah, you're going to fill a form before that, before they produce that. So in that form, you are going to indicate who's going to sponsor you, and if you have your personal savings, then they produce your Form I-20. It could range, it could take 3 days, it could take 5 working days. So the next step is for you to fill your DS-160 form online. Your DS-160 form is just a bio form for the visa officers at, depending on where you want, Abuja or Lagos at Walter Carrington. Depends on which location you prefer. So that form entails all your, should I say, biometric information, your date of birth, your personal information, where you live, your intentions, how much you earn, and other information. So then you have to pay your service fee. See the service fee as something like a general acceptance fee when you get admitted into schools, all schools. So it is around $350, and it is eligible. It is valid for just 1 year, just 1 year. So it's $350. Then the visa fee is, well, based on exchange rates. Should be around 300,000 naira. It's $185. It's always been $185, but because of the exchange rate, it rises and falls, but it's $185. So currently it should be around 300,000, and you can pay that with the GT app. I'm not sure why GT is the only one that allows for payment for visa fee, but you do not need to have a GT account. You just need to find someone that has a GT account and they can pay for you on the app. So the last one is scheduling your interview. You would want to schedule an interview early, or should I say earlier, because it is sometimes can be stressful to get a visa date because of the traffic on the website. But currently, the US is working on their website, so that will end around end of August. Yeah, they will have moved completely to a new website, so that should ease the stress. So this summarizes everything you need to obtain an F1 visa. Yeah. So okay, we've talked about I hope you can hear me. We've talked about Form I-20 when you receive it from your school. It's supposed to have your name. It's supposed to have when you intend to enter the US. Supposed to have your course. It may not have exactly the name of your course, but something related. Don't worry about that. That's just generic. It's supposed to have information about your funding details, and you will sign underneath with also a guardian's signature. Yeah. Also, on the DS160, it takes few minutes for you to fill it. It's nothing serious per se. So you are going to also put your former educational information there, like if you have BSc or anything else, and you're just going to put your travel details and personal details. That's It's just straight. That's what the visa officers look at to analyze your situation and ensure that you pay the service fee, because if you do not pay, they will not let you have the interview. And there are situations whereby people do not pay. You're not going to have the interview. And if you do have it, they'll call you back. They will always cross check. They will always cross check. So like I said, the service fee is just $350. Yeah. So that validates you as a student in the US. Yeah, I can move on to the next slide. So, the visa interview can be quite overwhelming for a lot of people. And the interesting thing is, it is just like 3 minutes, 1 to 3 minutes. Some people have 1 minute, some 2 minutes. So you have few minutes to convince the visa officer that you're a genuine student and you are being funded genuinely or legitimately to pursue your academic dreams. And what you'll be bringing for the interview includes your international passport, your from I-20, your DS160 confirmation page. I mean, so when you are done with the DS160, it's going to take you to a final page where you sign and it tells you that, oh, you're all done. Please take this to the interview. Yeah, then you also need your visa application fee receipt, which you will get after paying on GT app. Yeah, you're also going to get close to 15 digits reference number on your receipt in your email or the email of the person that paid for you. You will need that to complete your registration on the website of the interview. And also, you may bring additional documents. It is not compulsory, but it's recommended. Additional documents. What do I mean? Okay, during the interview, you're claiming that, oh, you had first class. Then the visa officer asks, do you have any evidence to back this up? Then you pull out your transcript. So that's an example of additional documents. Or let's say you said, oh, I served at this particular year, and it's like, okay, do you have anything to show for it? Then you bring out your NYC certificate. So when it comes to additional documents, it ranges, but what people mostly bring is their transcript, NYC certificate, birth certificate, whatever other information that you think is valid to prove your ties. And if you have traveled out before and you have a new passport, please kindly bring your old passport as well. Because if you are saying, oh, I've been to Amsterdam, I've been to Spain, they're going to ask for your passport to show your stamps. So it's very important. Yeah, so you can move on.
So that's all the slides that we have. All right. So we're going to be taking questions, but I know that there are some questions that people have asked
Yeah,
before, and I will
definitely.
just engage Mr. Kenny with one or two. Then I would, start putting up questions on the screen. Just so for people asking, the link on the screen is how you can register with Zeem. And like I mentioned, our service is free. So just bit the /web sign up, or somebody on the team is dropping the link. sorry, somebody on team is dropping the link in the comment section right now. So you can just click on it and sign up. So I'm going to ask Kenny. A lot of people usually ask, "Can I take my spouse with me? Can I take my children with me? What do they need?
Yeah,
What's the visa
that is
requirement?"
F2
So I just
visa.
want you to address
Yeah,
that before I start taking questions. You can speak, please.
is it? Oh,
I think you can speak regarding the taking a dependence and all of that.
okay. Very important. I guess that is one major reason why UK has lost a lot of immigrants because they've had a policy whereby to pull dependents is quite difficult. So for F1, okay, let me put it this way. Let's say you are married and you have 1 billion children. Yes, you can take your wife and your 1 billion children, but they cannot work. So the F1 visa allows the primary applicant to bring their dependents, their wife, and their kids. They may not go together at simultaneously, but they can always join. It's two ways. It's either they go together or they come and join. Usually, I advise they join later because it will increase your chances when you are going alone and going for the visa interview and saying, oh, you still have a wife, you still have a husband, you still have, let's just say you have a spouse and you have your kids here, or you don't have your kids, but you have a spouse. So that it strengthens your claim as a strong tie to your home country that, oh, this person has a significant order in the country. So and if you do intend to follow, I mean, you want them to follow, so that's also fine. But the F2 visa restricts them from working. They will not be able to work. That's the problem. So you have to finish your program and you iron it out, but they can't work. Yeah,
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to start reading out questions and then we'll just see, if there are questions that are just to me, I'll answer them quickly. If not, I'll just pull you in so you can answer them. We'll try to be fast because a lot of questions are coming in so that we can address everybody's questions. So this person says, how can you register? Please, you can register using the link bit.ly/, WEB sign up. So all capital letter, W capital letter, sorry, WEB sign up. Yeah, that's how you can register, Taiwo. And yes, we're taking questions right now. Someone says, please, can you explain the 6 months validity of passports?
what do you mean? In what capacity?
I guess the person is asking why it's important that they have at least 6 months validity on their passports. Why can't they have 1 month and just quickly run it?
Why can't they have 1 month?
Yes, I guess
Um,
the person is why they need to have at least 6 months.
yeah, because of how do I answer this? Because of the stress involved in getting a new passport and so many uncertainties is always encouraged that you process a new passport around that period. So ensure that your passport is valid at least a year while you're applying, because if your passport is about to expire in 6 months and you're trying to get a visa interview date and it happens that it's around the fifth month, you will have issues when you get to the visa officers to be like, your passport is about expiring in 1 month. And you know how the passport renewal is in Nigeria. You may not get it in 1 week. So it's just kindly renew your passport as at when due.
All right,
Was it?
thank you. So Busayo has quite some questions. I'll be taking them one at a time and try to address other questions as well. She says, if you apply for fall 2020, visa date is July 2025. You defer the admission to fall 2025, hoping to use the 2025 visa date. Hoping to use the 2025 visa date and the visa date is cancelled by US consulate. How do you go about that? So they pretty much secured admission deferred their admission or had their visa interview for that admission in July, and they are asking that can they, I guess, use that visa date for the fall admission instead, so they will have their visa approved up until the date they deferred the admission to. So is that
So,
possible?
so if I'm correct here, I need this to be confirmed. Yeah, sorry, can I see that formal question again?
Sure.
Yeah, if I'm being accurate here, is the person saying he or she like was denied? Okay, wait. Okay, it's visa date interview. Yes.
Yes, visa dates. That's what the person is talking about. That how do they
Okay.
go about their cancelled visa dates?
Yeah, if your interview date is cancelled, you can always schedule another one. It's nothing serious, except it's getting so close to the time that you want to gain admission. You have to redefer. I can understand the bottlenecks attached with the U.S. Embassy. So if you defer your admission to 2025 and I always encourage people to try and schedule a date way earlier, like really, really early, just in case of any cancellation, because the visa embassy and the US embassy goes for holidays and they can sometimes they may just shift people's appointments without any prior notification. So it happens like that. So if you need to get to school at a particular month, please just try and book very, very early. And if it's cancelled and you still have time, just rebook. Yeah, it still be free. They'll just cancel it, but your money still stays intact.
All right. So, Ezrin Daniel is asking if we help with SOP and professional CV. What we do is we provide you with the templates, and then we have someone look through. I just pretty much edit, but we don't write it for you. You have to do the writing, but we provide you with the templates. That is a standard template for you to work with. Um, Busolan, Busolami is asking on what visa can your dependent work? Is there a visa that a dependent can use to work? Or if not the F2 visa, I know you mentioned they might not be able to work with the F2 visa. Is there another visa that they might
Yeah,
use to like go to the
okay.
US and work or something?
If I'm totally honest here, I'll be honest with you. And when most F2 dependents get here, they can't work, yes, but a lot of people do something called under the table jobs, whereby they get paid in cash. So let's say like you have skills, handiwork like hairdressing, stuff like that. I mean, people work, they can work in the restaurants, I mean, under the radar and get paid in cash, not to their account. So when it comes to working legally, you have to, okay, let me put this in. An F2 visa applicant, which is a dependent, can also convert to F1. You can turn to a student as well. Yeah, if you are going to work, there's something called H1B visa, which is work visa. So that will give you the legal right to be able to work in the US. So it's more likely the F1 student, I mean the main applicant gets to be able to use that before you, but that is what you use to work in the US.
Okay. So I'm just going to chime in here and say something. Especially, people are really worried about work and all of that. For the schools that we have on board, people who are going to study STEM designated courses, so sciences, technology, engineering, math, like anything that is under STEM, you get to have like a 3-year post visa work permit. So that's like your OPT period where you have the opportunity to secure a job. And the fantastic thing about the schools that we have is they have a community, an alumni community that really tries to support you um, in getting jobs during that OPT period. They help you try to network and connect you with places that will possibly help you secure a job. So if you're worried about that, I think that's something to put in mind. And I also want to mention that while on campus, if you missed our previous webinar, you can go on our YouTube channel and watch it. there are jobs that are available for students to take while on campus. So you do have your 20 that you can then take and work if your dependent isn't able to work. So that's something that you should also consider. Yeah. So please, I would like us to address these questions quickly because a ton of them are coming in so that we can, give straight answers that will hit them and then they will get the point. And so we can address a lot more questions. So Busaya is
On-campus
asking that.
jobs during the summer. So it's one thing. It's called CPT. Yeah, you can work during the summer. I mean, the F1 student. So I'm not sure how you can accommodate the F2, but you can work for 40 hours during summer. That's legal. It's totally legal. And when you're done graduating, you still have like 3 years to apply for a job. You won't have that pressure that you're going back home immediately. So you're eligible for that. That's your right.
So please take it off your mind that you will struggle. You won't struggle like he's
Yeah, no, 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 no,
explaining.
no, no.
We
The
understand
school has everything planned out for you. So they'll link you to the employers. So you
exactly,
don't need to worry about that.
exactly. And if you want to learn more, we'll have a webinar next week. Please look out for your emails. We'll have a webinar with somebody who will be talking about career growth in the US
Was
following using a master's degree
okay,
pathway.
so
So yes,
someone's
look out
talking
for your
about
email.
Empower Loan.
Yeah. So the person is talking about if providing Empower loans document as a financial statement would be accepted in like
Okay.
by the visa.
Mm, okay. When it comes to Empower Loan, usually because the interview is usually very short, they can ask for your financial documents, but everything they need is on that I-20. Mm, that document you are taking to the visa interview, they don't really need the document because once they see it, they have all your information on their system. So they just want that paper to cross-check, cross-verify that everything tallies out. So for Empower Loan, you can bring your financial documents, but highly unlikely that they ask because verifying financial statements take time. But on I-20, they will have sorted it out to be legit. So they don't have that time to be checking your financial statements. But do bring it. I mean, better you
Um,
have it than not
Thank
need
you.
it.
Matthias, we do help you secure international student loan with Empower, but we don't help with securing scholarships. But one thing that the schools a particular school, UNCW, that we have on board does is once students come in, they make you aware of scholarships that are available in the school. So we don't provide the scholarship, but the moment you secure your admission as an international student, they make you aware of all the scholarships that are available for you in the school and what you can apply for, and if how you can apply. And once you are able to get secure that, you get the scholarship. But we don't give scholarships. I
Yeah,
just wanted to.
scholarships do open around fall cycle. So your school will let you know, or your department will let you know that okay, there's an assistantship opened that will fund like till you get your money back, or just say your tuition will be covered. So they'll let you know, but you have to get to the school first. For a single parent, you skip that.
Sorry, he was asking. Yes, sorry. For a single parent looking to relocate with her child, is it advisable to apply for an F1 and F2 visa at the same time, or is it better to apply for the F1 visa first, and if successful, go on to apply for the F2?
Hmm. This is unique. So for everybody, their situation is unique. Usually, okay, I'll just give you my personal advice here. So when it comes to such situations, it's better you let your kid apply later. Why? No. How old is the child? Yeah. Can the person say how old her child is?
I would check the comment section, but please, can you drop how old your child is? Because I think that's a factor that would be considered.
Because a
Yes,
19-year-old is still a child in a way. Uh,
yes. So that's a factor. So I'm going to go ahead to read this next question. Please, is there any tuition deposits for schools in the US? So most schools will just need you to show proof of fund to get your I-20, but then you would need to start paying your school fees after you secure admission before you start class. So you would have even traveled before you need to start paying your school fees. And most of them have some sort of payment flexible plan for you. So you might not necessarily need to pay like your
Yeah,
$20,000 at once. You might just need to pay per course or per credit or something like that. So it's usually a little flexible. Ken, do you want to speak on this real quick so we can adjust for
yeah.
questions?
Let's say your tuition fee is like $20,000. You're not going to pay $20,000 at a go. So let's say you are in for fall, spring, or summer semester. So based on the number of courses you are going to write, they'll say, okay, maybe your fee for this semester is like $4,000. Then the next semester, okay, maybe it's $6,000. So it's in batches, and they can help you spread it in a way that it will be convenient for you to pay. It's not going to be everything at a go. Yeah, I'm seeing someone with two too. Oh,
So if you have a tutor as a BSc holder, presently the schools that we have require you to have a 2.5 or a 3.0 to apply to them. Those are the schools that we have presently. But
yeah. This
they're going to
I can relate. I can relate with this because personally I have two too. So, do not have the mindset that it's only people that have first class that can get to the US. I mean, I have two too.
they're
I
definitely
do.
working on onboarding
Yeah,
schools that would
the schools are they are flexible, so it's not an issue. Yeah, as that person replied, the person with the kid,
yes. I'm looking for it. She just replied, Amy. She says 7 years. Her child is 7 years.
7. Okay, yeah, okay. When it comes to taking your dependent, the visa officers will be concerned about you facing your studies without being, you know, distracted by your kid. So I will say, best you go alone first, alone. So aside from that, stamping your home tie that you have somebody in Nigeria that can, you want to get back to, that will really, really improve your chances. And your child can come and join you at any time. So I'll say go alone first, and then technically, you settle in better alone at first, when you set up things, set up your room, get used to school, then by the time your child is coming, you'll have settled, okay, what school should go to. You'll have known the environment. Then both of you just hitting the ground. So just go alone first.
All right, so I'm going to address this question. Alabi, we presently don't have schools that take top class students, but we have a school that take cost evaluation of HND to be equivalent to a BSc in the US. So if you're HND holder, you have to do like a West evaluation or that kind of evaluation. It's called a
Yeah,
cost to cost
sure.
evaluation,
I
where it
I
will
did
make
it as well. So
to that of a BSc in the US. And then once that happens, if you meet the cutoff, that's their criteria of a 3.0 or 2.5, you will then be able to be considered for that admission. So don't let the fact that you have a gender hold you back.
yeah,
You're going to say
I
something.
did it as well. So I had to do West. That's World Educational Services. So they convert your GPA to the US standards. So for example, let's say you have like 3.1 over 5, they'll convert it to over 4. So most schools accept 3.0 over 4. So, but some schools accept 2.5 at least, and that's the lowest I've ever seen, 2.5. So you just need to convert your HND or the class to the US standards and see if you meet their minimum requirements. So very important, meet the minimum requirements.
All right. Hassan is asking now, I'll take this. How do you assist with proof of fund and what is the cost? We cannot give you a specific cost that this is how much your proof of fund is because it varies. If somebody wants to go and study public health, it's different from somebody that wants to study cybersecurity. It's different from somebody that wants to study filmmaking. So your cost of living in a different school in Indiana Tech, in North Carolina, is very different. So it differs per person and per course. So we can't give like an exact fixed amount to what your proof of fund will cost you.
Yeah, sure. Public health can be very expensive. Very.
So this person is asking. Okay, so I'll take this. Yes, Emmanuel, the schools that we presently work with accept empower loans. So that's why we offer empower loans to people who come to us. And just a brief overview about empower loan. It has a 13% interest rate, which is pretty low, and you get to start paying your loan back after you finish your course. So while you are doing your course, you are just paying back like the interest on it. That's the 13% of whatever you collect. You're just paying it back. But after you finish, you start paying the actual loan, and you are paying the actual loan in a 10-year duration. So there's enough time, there's ample time for you to actually pay back that loan that you're taking. So 10 years is a long time. Yeah, so it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't choke you. That's why I said we are very intentional. Um, Aisha Lawal. I can't speak much to this. I mean, if you secure your admission, we expect that you resume to the school that you secured your admission in. And so we don't want people starting in schools where they're not comfortable in, or schools where they feel like this isn't a great place for me, which is why when I started, I said at Zim, we are very intentional about the places that we ask or we advise people to go to, or we help you get into. We wouldn't put you in a school where you wouldn't thrive. One of our schools, Indiana Tech, has a 90% rate of international students securing jobs after school. So that is like an example of how intentional we are about people and where they actually get to. Yes,
Well, I'll say in a worst case scenario, if you really do want to change schools, you can. You just transfer your service fee. It's very easy. How can a dependent? Oh, okay. That is a unique question because the first thing is it depends on what you study. So, let's say you're into nursing, is a totally different route. You understand? Depends on what you study. So, there is a form you fill with USCIS. It's like an organization in the US that helps with that kind of thing. So, because I have people that have done it. So, you fill the form and you apply to school and you get admission. Then you notify them. It's all legit, nothing fancy about it. So it's just about going through it via the proper channel. Yeah. So you don't have to come back to Nigeria again to come and apply for a visa interview or anything like that. You can convert. Yeah, it's allowed. You don't have to.
So Hassan, I will take this. Hassan is asking if he has to pay school fees before leaving the home country. No, like I mentioned, you actually don't have to pay your school fees before leaving. So what you need is to show the proof of your funds for your I-20, and if you're taking Empower loan, you also have to show proof of a certain percentage of your funds as well. But you are not required to pay your school fees before you leave the country.
Yeah. You're not
Yes.
paying $1.
Yes, so please. So someone is asking, how can I access? Wait, I'm sorry. Aisha Lawa's
I think
question is
how can
incomplete.
I access Empower Loan
If you're
through
looking to
Decathlon?
access the Empower loan, yeah, please register on our platform. Like I mentioned, bit.ly/WEBSIGNUP. So bit.ly/WEBSIGNUP. Just head on there, sign up, and you will have your consultation between 24 to 48 hours. And every question like this that you want to know about Empower, how to sign up, because you need to secure your admission. So you have all of that um, done, and you'll be able to start. So someone is asking a question. I would like you to take that. His proof of fund is not up to 6 months. Can he still apply with it?
Hmm. Oh well, I have to reconfirm on that, but usually 3 to 6 months. Policies change, so they are moving to a new website. So with the new website comes new rules, new policies. So before is 3 to 6 months. So I'm not sure what it will be yet until the website is up and moving. But have your mindset set to 3 to 6 months currently.
This has been said before, but I think Kenny can address it again.
Yeah, like I said, there are various, almost infinite, on-campus jobs you can do. I mean, you can work in the gym, you can be a teaching assistant. I mean, you can even win a scholarship while in school and cancel all your tuition fees. You just need to get to the school. That's it. So there are a lot of opportunities to work in school. Every school has opportunity. Yeah, and you can bring your dependents, as many as they are, wife, children. So
All
good.
right. So this is the last question we're going to be taking because we're running out of time. But it's from Juliet, and yes, Juliet, you will get a recording of this. It's also available on our YouTube channel, and you can watch it. So you can come back and watch and get all the necessary information that you need. But like
It's
as
really
I mentioned earlier, if you are interested and you're ready to start, you're serious, you want Zim to help you, our service is free of charge. We don't charge you for anything. This is the link bit.ly/WEB sign up. Our website is zim.co. Register with us between 24 to 48 hours. You would have your initial consultation where the consultants will walk you through programs available for you based off of um, your grade that you graduated with in school, the program you studied in school, what you're looking to do, schools that are available for what you're looking to do, what your budget is, if you want to take a loan, what you're looking at. Just a very comprehensive um, talk. They will walk you through everything and you would be able to take the next step that you really need to take. So, yes, thank you guys. We have to round up because yes, we don't want to take too much of your time. We had already put this time slot there and we want to respect that. But yes, you would get an email with all the necessary details, both the link to sign up, link to rewatch, and everything you need. Thank you very much, Kenny, for coming on board and
sure.
explaining things. It was really nice to have you. Thank you guys
Yeah,
very much. Do have a lovely day.
yeah. All right. Bye bye.